Hey there, guys. All right, we're back up again here against Chinese Petroleum. As you can see, we've done a little bit of rotation. We have Nene on the bench, and we put Ndiaye on the bench as well, mostly for the sake of rotation, not because the players have done anything bad or anything like that. As I said before, we're trying to make sure that all of our bench players get some sort of game time and are able to develop in a way that will probably help us win matches. So, now that we have that extra power up front, now that we have a much better left wing back, I think that we can really afford to do a little bit of this rotation, make sure that everybody's sort of on the same page. So let's see what we can do, see if we can score some goals. This is lump forward. Here's Huang Guanda. Actually, it's Tsai Xiangwei who gets to that one. Huang Guanda is having his first, I think is his first start for us, playing in the shadow striker role. I don't remember if we've started him before. Maybe we did sometime in the AFC Cup and I've just forgotten. But we want to do what we can to get him up and going because he's a good young player. Chen Chengju with another one of his shot attempts there that ended up being off of everything. So we've had two pretty good chances here, and we're not even 5 minutes into the match. Cai Yuting lumps this forward looking for Huang Guanda. He's double teamed and cannot win that header. We do win it though in midfield. Ling Guanda with it knocks this forward looking for, I'm not sure who he was looking for there. Wasn't even close. Menegong wins this over to Sylla, and there is Tsai Xiangwei, who should have scored. That was off the post and remained still 0-0. Tsai Xiangwei just does a brilliant job of getting into great position here. I mean, it's just incredible. He just outruns everybody. Takes a shot. It wasn't a great angle, which is why it was off the post. But we're going to be just fine if we keep getting chances like that. Here's Menegong. We're still not even 10 minutes into the match. There's a corner looking for Kader Bamba, and unfortunately the header is a little bit low, but he had empty net right in front of him and would have scored if that had been just a little bit lower. And so it's still 0-0. But yeah, we're doing okay. Not too bad for a team that, just had that little bit of disappointment at the very end of the AFC Cup not too long ago at all. I think we're going to do quite well this season, honestly. It is, however, Chinese Petroleum with the throw, and they have the ball. They're trying, I think, to move it forward. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well they're doing at it. Huang Guangdou with it now. Lumps it over to Sylla. Sylla takes a shot, and that is saved, and there's nobody there for us, unfortunately, to try to get onto that rebound. Here is Kader Bamba, who lumps this forward again for Sylla. Sylla with it on the right side, and he squares it over to Tsai Xiangwei. Unfortunately, he can't quite get onto it, and there's another shot from range that is up and over everybody's head. So we haven't been shooting as well as we like, but we've been able to get a lot of shots off, which is the key. We have had most of these players at least have played at least somewhat together, and they're getting that understanding, and that's the thing that we're really trying to develop early on. Sylla with this, and he takes another shot from range, and really should have scored there. That was, again, over the goal. And that one is, I think, a little bit less excusable than some of the other misses that we've had here early on. Yu Wei over to Ling Guanda, to Chen Chengju over to Huang Guanda, back to Chen Jianliang, sorry. Looking for Tsai Xiangwei and can't quite get that cross past everybody. Yu Wei now up to Sylla, who's beating the defense once again. And his shot is deflected and ends up going in. So that's his first goal of the season. And they are going to count that. I thought for a second they weren't, and they will count it here in the end. Yu Wei with the excellent lump forward for Sylla, and this is deflected and ends up just going in anyway. Sort of trickles its way in slowly. And so Sylla finally gets his goal after a number of chances here today. 1-0 from RSFC. Menegong throws into Tsai Xiangwei, back to Menegong. And looking for Chen Jianliang, but it wasn't a particularly good pass to him. Ends up going straight to their keeper, and then we win the ball again in the back. Yu Wei doing a good job. I tell you, signing Yu Wei is like a big coup for us. It's like we had a really good team before, and now we just keep getting players to make us better. And there's Ling Guanda scoring that goal. I mean, that was just incredible. That was just incredible. And this is the reason why, going all the way back to Ponce East FC in American Samoa, is the reason why I've wanted Ling Guanda on my side, because he has the ability to do stuff like this. I mean, nobody's even close to him. He's run past everybody, and he's got the ability to bring the ball down to score the goal. And I mean, it just came out of nowhere. So 2-0 from RSFC. This is what we were expecting. Remember, we have two of our best players on the bench. And we'll give him a little bit of a rest, no problem. Chen Liang over to Ling Guanda. Can't quite find him. Menegong now lumps it forward, and oh man, Chen Chengju almost was able to get onto that one and knock it over into the empty goal. And the keeper just kicks it over to Bamba, who ends up going back to Lai Bolo and down to Cai Yuting. And I mean, we're just in control of this match. Chen Chengju with it. Walks it forward a little bit back again to Cai Yuting. Cai Yuting over to Kader Bamba. Bamba over to Yu Wei. And Yu Wei passes to Sylla down to Cai Xiangwei. Over to Huang Guanda, and it's up to Sylla, and he can't quite get his head onto it. Menegong, though, ends up winning this. Over to Cai Xiangwei, who scores. So he has scored number 3 of the season. Cai Xiangwei, I think, is probably going to end up leading the league in scoring. Just the way that he shoots and the way that he, handles himself and the way that he moves forward is just incredible. This is a really good team. I think this is the best team that we've had so far in this save. I mean, this isn't a great team. Like, if I were going to take this team and play it against, a bunch of other great Football Manager teams, it would get slaughtered. But in terms of how we are relative to the league, this is a great team. Lingwanda back to Bamba. This is probably the best possible team we can build in Taiwan without having, wonder kids come through. Sylla with the empty net and scores. That makes it 4-0 for Mars FC. And that was what he was trying to do before, which is get the keeper off guard. And as soon as the keeper came out for this is your sweeper keeper. As soon as the keeper makes the decision to come out, you know that Sylla is going to get this goal, just as long as he doesn't end up falling down. And if he's tackled, falls down, can't get up, they're going to call a penalty. So we're going to score no matter what. 4-0 for Mars FC. And that's going to bring us here to halftime, I believe. 2 goals for Cyril Sylla, who's having really the match of a lifetime, at least of his young career. He's only like 20 years old still. So, there's all sorts of stuff that could still happen. Like I said, as long as we are in Taiwan, this is going to be, I think, the best possible team that we can put together. And again, a lot of these guys are young, and as long as they stay with us, we're going to be just fine. Because they're only going to get better as they age. Menegong throws over to Lingwanda. I mean, the majority of these guys have not hit their prime yet, and they're not even close. Bamba over to Yu Wei. Yu Wei lumps this forward, looking for Huang Guanda, and it's just a little bit too far. But no, he gets to it in the end. Over to Sylla, who had that chance, had a hat trick. And unfortunately, his shot at the end was not a great one. This was an awful pass to Huang Guanda, but he sticks with it and then knocks it forward. Might I add that Huang Guanda is really upset with me, and I can't remember why he's upset with me this time, but there's something that went wrong that he's mad about. I don't know. There's always something that happens. I can't remember what it was that happened to him, but that's Football Manager life for you. He was upset with me before when I didn't register him for the AFC Cup because there wasn't enough space for him. Here he is again over to Cai Xiangwei, and there's the header, and that is over everyone's head. So that ends up kind of going into nothing. But Huang Guanda, despite the fact that he's mad, is playing really well. Oh, I remember what it was. Yeah, he wanted to go over to Leopard Cat, and I said, no, we're not going to let them buy you for nothing. And so he was real upset about that, right? So we'll play him again. That'll make him feel better. Menegong should have scored there. That was an excellent save by their keeper. And so it's still only 4-0, but we look like we're going to score again pretty soon. Here is the corner going near post, and a whole bunch of people converge on it, and somehow it ends up coming out. I think it missed most of our players. And so that is the end of that chance, and we'll see what else we have. Menegong wins this in the air over to Lingwanda. Lingwanda in control. That looks beautiful. Over to Yu Wei, and that is passed forward for Cai Xiangwei, who's going to look to score. And Sylla, oh man, if he actually shoots instead of passing it to the defender, then he has the goal. Chen Chengju over to Menegong. Menegong cross, and he does cross, but is knocked out for a corner. Sylla should have scored. There's no question about that. He should have scored there because, he was wide open, and instead he just had a real lazy attempt at a shot that went into the keeper. Bamba is called for handling the ball, so much for that. We'll take another look at this here. Cai Xiangwei in an excellent position, and there was Sylla coming in right behind him, which is why this tactic is so amazing. Sylla just mishit that. There's no other way around it. He hit it with probably the wrong part of the side of his foot. So that'll happen sometimes. He's young, still trying to get used to exactly what's going on. Chen Jianliang from the back lumps it forward, looking for Sylla, and ends up over his head. And let's see what we can do. Lingwanda with the excellent interception over to Huang Guanda, and his pass forward to Cai Xiangwei. He's going to score. And he somehow doesn't. That goes off of the top bar and comes back out again. I don't know how you don't score that. I think he was real excited, I'll tell you that. Far post in the corner, nothing happening. I mean, I've talked about this before, right? Like a goldfish match. This has been a goldfish match for us. I mean, it's like they haven't even showed up, and I mean, it's not really been much of a fight. It hasn't been particularly close at all. We haven't really given them much of a chance to have an offensive attack. This tactic, and as we get used to it, it will get better. This tactic is just absolutely brutal. Menegon with the ball here, right side. Walks it up, passes to Sylla, and it's intercepted, unfortunately. It's a poor pass from Menegon. And there is an attempt here. As soon as I talk about how great we are, there's an attempt at a counterattack, but it doesn't even result in an actual shot on goal because we're able to get a man in front of it. Huang Guangdou over to Chen Jianliang. And that'll be the end of it. We bring it up on the left side, and it's going to end just like that. And we got a couple minutes left here before the end of this one. And we'll see if we can see ourselves off to the finish. And here we go. Menegon here with the corner. He steps back, goes up and fires, and that is knocked away at the end. And this is probably going to be the last kick of the game. We will win this one 5-0. And it would have been nice to have another goal there somewhere, but it's all right that we didn't get it. Sylla did get his hat trick, and I don't remember that third goal. That's interesting. I kind of wonder what happened here. So we're going to take a quick look at this and see if we can see. Sometimes Football Manager won't show you the highlight of the goal, and there was a pass forward, and yeah, Sylla did score a goal. For some reason, it didn't show us that highlight. You can go back in the video and check and make sure. They had 0 shots on target, a single shot, which is that shot we saw that was deflected, an XG of 0.07. We had a 3.83 XG, 61% of the possession. Remember, Chinese Petroleum was in 4th position out of 8 teams when we came into this match. That is how good we are, and we had our 2 big star players on the bench. So we win this one 5-0. I think that this is a pretty good sign of what's going to come this season. This is a good squad. I'll see you again tomorrow. We'll have more rotation before then. Talk to you later. Bye.